everyone, and welcome to the Coon Rapids Ice Center for CTN's live coverage of boys high school hockey. Tonight, a non-conference matchup as the Cardinals host the Roseville Raiders. Joe Yund, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, a chance here for the Cardinals. They're trying to right the ship, but a very tough opponent coming on in Roseville.
Yeah, Roseville comes in at 5-1, their best start since 2011. So this is a team that really is scrappy, very physical, and I know that Coon Rapids, when I talked to Coach Frock, said we have to be really concerned of what they do right in front of the net.
Well, and the Raiders not putting up huge numbers, but they are consistently scoring, and their leader has really come on strong the last couple of games.
Yeah, Hunter Heffernan, he scored eight goals and 3 assists, but 5 of those 8 goals in the last 2 games, had a hat trick last game out. And, you know, their coach, Scott Steffen, told me, says, we're not talented, we don't have a lot of skill, but we play really well together, and I think we'll see that here tonight.
And relatively balanced scoring up and down their lineup. For Coon Rapids, a 3-game losing streak by a combined 4 goals. 2 one-goal losses, and then the 2-goal loss, 6-4 on Saturday night here against Spring Lake Park. So they've been in those games, just not enough to get over the hump. And really, they have a very talented sophomore class, and they have one young man who's leading the way in goals.
Tyler Barsness has 8 goals, and he's really, as a young man, a young athlete, he's really a leader on this team. And we saw him, he had a couple of goals on Saturday night. He's got great hands, very quick, and he'll be the kind of player that the Cardinals are really going to have to rely on tonight, because I think Roseville's coming in averaging 5 goals a game. They're going to put the puck in the back of the net.
Well, and the Cardinals hoping they can slow that roll a little bit and hand Roseville just their 2nd loss of the season, see if they can get back on the right track, get their 3rd victory of the year. They've got another non-conference game coming up later this week against Eastridge before taking their holiday break, and they're hoping to have something positive to go into that holiday break. We're going to drop the puck between the Raiders and the Cardinals next on CTN.
Get all your Cardinals sports action with Joe and I live every Monday at 7:30. If Coon Rapids plays it, Sports Night covers it. Sports Night on local cable CTN.
Opening face-off, won by the Cardinals, dumped deep into the Roseville end. The Raiders breaking it up the right wing. Ian Macklem able to get around Bresnahan down in the corner. Centers out front, a shot and a goal. And just like that, the Raiders are on the board.
Well, you talk about a quick start. That couldn't get much quicker. As was that Heffernan?
Hunter Heffernan
so
putting it in on the one-timer just 19 seconds into the contest.
Yeah, I misquoted his stats earlier. That's his 8th goal, but he has 6 assists to go along with that, the leading scorer in this club. Yeah, that didn't take him long to get on the board. And we talked about it. They're averaging 5 goals a game, and for them to get that first goal early here puts pressure on the Cardinals right away.
Well, and 2 games in a row now that Coon Rapids has surrendered a goal in the opening minute on the first shot of the game, and a turnover deep in their own end. Sundin dumps it into the corner, recovered by Heffernan behind the net. He's bumped off it there by Barsness. Barsness recollects. He's tripped up, no call coming, as Clark can't recollect the puck, and now there is a call. It is going to be a trip.
Because Heffernan.
I did not see the center ice official.
Yeah. Ready
to make the call, but it is the right call to make, and this in just 47 seconds in. And Coon Rapids, one kind of positive note for the Cardinals is their power play has been scoring pretty well.
Yeah, there you can see it there. There's the trip, gets the stick, lifts the skate. Yeah, when I was talking to Coach Frock, he said, yeah, that's been a big part of our game, a success on power plays. We saw him, I believe,
Barsness, top of the circles, a shot didn't make it through. Koval battling for it, now one around to the near side and all the way down. Camden Bush pinched off against the boards. Ron Bresnahan scoops it up for the Cardinals. Long pass ahead to Koval. Cross ice, it was out of the reach of Bowden, but he's able to get to it, get a shot on, turned away. Puck can't be cleared, held at the line by Bresnahan. Bresnahan to Barsness, top of the right circle, a shot, a glove save, and a hold for Heupel.
Again, we talked about Barsness at the top of the show, and he's really good, for just a sophomore. He's got really a great opportunity on this club to continue to grow and improve his game, but I'm very impressed with that young man.
Wins the draw. Bowden back to Bresnahan, back to Bowden. 4 sophomores out there on the power play for Coon Rapids right now. Bresnahan up top, down low. Koval kicks it to his stick. Bowden trying to settle it in the slot. Now will collect in the near corner. Up top, just out of the reach of Tandon Bush. He's got to chase it back into Coon Rapids' end. And then turned over and taking it back into his own end is Hyber. And he turns it over. Bowden a chance. Rebound and a sliding save by the defender. Bresnahan walking in, fires wide. And then the Raiders able to clear. And that was just a golden opportunity for Eli Bowden. He wasn't able to cash in. And then the defenseman stopping Barsness. Here's Barsness in close. And Heupel will hold on for the face-off with 24 seconds left on the man advantage.
Yeah, you talk about a great save by the defender. That was Tommy Malloy. If you're going to come across, get a stick on it. He saved the goal right there.
Yeah, Barsness thought he had a wide open cage, and defenseman just gets a stick on it. Clark's shot didn't make it through traffic, cleared to the other end. Cleansing will race to it in front of Macklem. Macklem rubs it off in the corner. Able to come out front, but then lost the handle. Nathan Clark going back the other way for Coon Rapids. Into the zone. Lost the handle. Will recover it behind, and he goes with the attempted shot. A goal! A rebound chance for Bresnahan. But the lacrosse attempt by Nathan Clark, pretty fancy stuff. Didn't get by, but it was lost, and I guess it was Ben Kish who pokes home the rebound. Watch the scoop by Clark.
Yeah,
he's got good hands. Made the save, and then Kish right there to jam home the rebound.
Yeah, nice answer for the Cardinals. They're able to get that goal and tie it up at 1. And that's big because, Roseville grabbed that early momentum, and Coon Rapids comes back. A lot of pressure. They're out shooting the Raiders 6-1 right now.
Well, all 6 shots on that power play. Again, the power play paying off for the Cardinals really well. Right around 30%, which is, you really shoot for a power play to be at about 25%. You want your penalty kill at least 85% or better. But a 30% power play is going to be among the best in the league, typically. The chance for Hyber turned away by Danik. The puck ends up out of play. We'll have a face-off in the Coon Rapids end. All tied up at a goal apiece.
Yeah, again, just great pressure on that power play by the Cardinals and allow them to tie it up here with early in this first period.
Off the face-off, Coon Rapids able to poke it out to center ice. Solid hit from Tandon Bush on the zone entry. Coon Rapids able to flip it back to the other end, and that will be icing. And a face-off back into Coon Rapids' end.
Cardinals with those 2 starting young defenders here, and just offering a lot of support.
Well, no, all of their whole defensive, their front 4 defensemen are all going to be young.
Yep.
Nate Cleansing, a veteran, but just a sophomore. Here's a turnover at center ice. Walking in, Barsness had it poked away, recovered there by Heffernan. He banks it off the board all the way down. That'll be icing and a face-off back in the Roseville end.
Yeah, he'd probably like to have that one back. Not that he had to alleviate any pressure.
I mean, you're going to see Dylan Pack on the blue line. He is a senior. He's really the one senior defenseman who will get time on the blue line. Other than that, you've got a couple of sophomores in Bresnahan and Bush. You've got Zach Novak out there right now. He's a sophomore as well. And as I mentioned, Nate Cleansing is a junior. Kish slides it across to Cleansing. Ahead for Bowden, spins off a hit, gloves it down just inside the line. Cardinals trying to pressure, turned around by Roseville, and that's going to be well offside as Egan Heiber skating cross ice, and Colin Sundin could not keep himself outside the blue line. Tashida against Poor at the face-off dot. Tashida able to win it for the Raiders. Back to Marr. Plays it across and now gets it at the blue line on the near side. Moves it ahead. Heiber into the zone. Trying to stay away from Bresnahan. Plays it down low. Bush there defending. Here's a chance. A shot that bounces around and ends up behind Mark Danik, and that was just a weird one.
It was, yeah, I don't know who they'll give credit to.
That one bounced up and then kind of rolled over his shoulder. See it kind of hacky-sacking around on his shoulder and ends up in the net.
Again, that's you push something towards the net, and something's going to happen. In that case, as you mentioned, that puck took a weird bounce right off of Danik's shoulder and into the back of the net.
Kept in by Heffernan. Bush behind the net for Bresnahan. Bresnahan up the near boards. Long pass ahead. Shot by Clark, turned away. Koval in the corner, back to Clark, trying to center. That's poked away. Heiber getting the goal that, again, Danik, it went up, it bounced off his shoulder a couple of times and then rolled over the back and into the net. And officially 2 goals on 2 shots for the Roseville Raiders.
Right in the middle, you saw head coach Scott Steffen of the Roseville Raiders.
Kish able to get it in deep. Peterson plays it around behind. Cardinals pressuring on the far side. It's Barsness, kick back behind for Peterson. Lincoln Peterson bounces it off the boards. That one's going all the way down. That'll be icing again.
Head coach Aaron Frock of the 2-5 Coon Rapids Cardinals. We'll hear from him right after this period.
Raiders able to win the draw. Lincoln Peterson behind the net. A backhand, a rebound. Goal for Barsness.
Well, I'll tell you, that was just a great play because it was that rebound that got Barsness the goal. Temple just getting that off the pad, and Barsness was right there on the doorstep to poke it home.
Well, a smart pass from Kish. Bowden didn't have a lot on that backhand, but nobody picking up Barsness, and he makes him pay.
We're tied at 2.
Ben Kish early on with a goal and an assist. Dave Imme, ladies and gentlemen, Dave Imme.
The one.
Down in the corner.
The only. That's a good place for Dave down in the corner.
Away from
He's
everyone
been bad.
else.
He's got to go in the corner.
So all tied up. Those 2 goals coming exactly a minute apart. Cardinals play this one the length of the ice, and it'll be icing and a face-off back in the Coon Rapids end.
Well, so far I love the response from the Cardinals, Joe. It's just, you get down early 1-0, you come back, tie it up. All of a sudden another goal, it's 2-1, and Cardinals working hard and get that second goal.
Poor able to win the draw. Cross ice stretch pass for Clark a little bit out of his reach. Heffernan at center ice. Bumped there by Dylan Pack, played in deep by Sundin. Turned up the boards, Heffernan intercepts. He'll play it down low for Macklem. Macklem bumped there by Poor. Loose puck on the side of the net, poked away, and as the physical play continues, the whistle blows. sure.
I know Coon Rapids, when talking to Coach Frog,
Not sure if the referee thought that the puck had been frozen or.
Right. But they want to continue to play physical.
Again, they win the draw. Cross ice, indirect pass, looking to spring Clark. Use his speed. It doesn't quite click. Skating it out of his own end is Bartle. Trying to move it ahead. It's jammed right back to him at his own blue line. Keeps it out at center. Macklem will skate across, move it over. Sundin, his shot that misses everything. Near side, Koval plays it to center. Sundin, the one there. That shot easily handled by Danik. Tie up in the corner, kick free for Kamani Poor. Kamani Poor fans on the pass attempt, now gets it ahead to center ice for Clark. He lost the handle, but it was kicked right back to him. And now loose puck into the corner, traced down by Elliott Marr. He's bumped, but gets it ahead. Macklem at center ice, just pitchforks it back into the Coon Rapids end. Bresnahan will circle out of the left corner. Cross ice pass, intercepted. Loose puck picked up by Kish. Kish banks it ahead, and then across ice. And Lincoln Peterson waits. Moves it for Marr, ahead for Seidel, and opportunity coming in, and that one in close for Parker Peterson. And
that was a nice pass to get it on a stick, too.
Danik able to cover it up. Face-off win by Barsness. Bresnahan tied up in the corner by Hyber. Far corner is Tashida. He's met there by Barsness. Kicked free. Barsness able to kick it to Bowden, to Bresnahan, and now Kish in his skates. He kicks it ahead and now gives chase. Tied up there in the corner by Macklem. Comes free to Bowden. Bowden down low. Kish trying to center, pinned to the boards. Kicks it free, and Isaac Schmidt puts it back into the scrum. Kish comes away with it. Centering attempt cleared away out front. And now poked over to Cox, who gets it ahead to Hyber on the right boards. His pass intercepted by Bush, but now played in deep by Jesse Gale. Gale gives chase. He and Bresnahan tie up. There to assist is Figgins. Walks out front, not able to get a shot on goal. Figgins again in the corner, tied up there by Barsness. Comes free for Charles Cray. Cray walks out front and puts it up over the top of the cage. Bush plays it back into the corner. Barsness tripped up, pinning it to the boards with his stick while he lays on the ice. Bush tying up in there as well. Trying to kick it free is Cray. Finally does. Figgins centers. That's deflected to the far boards where it's recovered by Eli Bowden. Bowden skates up ice. Dangles a little bit. Short angle shot. Misses everything. Rings around the boards. Back out to center. Nathan Klinzing will head up ice as the Raiders try and get some fresh legs out. Klinzing in the corner. Circles away from pressure. Koval sends it back down low. Heffernan pushes it along for Bartle. Bartle's pass behind Macklem all the way to the other end. Icing waved off as Klinzing gets there. Poked out of the zone by Novak. Sent right back in by Cox. And toward the net. Stick to the corner by Danik. Heffernan moves it back for Macklem. Centering pass. Nobody home. Koval off the boards. Cox can't hold it in. Will retreat back to his own blue line. Played across to his partner Schmidt. Ahead off the stick of Sundin. Coon Rapids plays it right back out to center. And then sent right back in deep by Schmidt. Klinzing ahead. Koval will tip it into the zone. They'll get a line change as Cox recovers in the corner. Sawyer Cox, long pass to the Coon Rapids blue line. Hyber held up there by Bresnahan. Able to poke it free into the zone is Tashida. Bush will send it around to the far side, held there by Malloy. Bush, Malloy will keep it in again. Hyber behind the net, tied up by Bresnahan. Hyber now takes it free, back to the point. Malloy sends it back in deep. That's Parker Peterson, pinned to the boards by the other number 8, Rowan Bresnahan. Hyber coming out of the corner with it, a shot that misses wide. And Hyber On the near side now, plays it again back in deep, and we're going to see a Coon Rapids penalty as Bresnahan pinned the man to the boards. Malloy recovers. They got an extra attacker out. Heffernan trying to get through some traffic. Kish finally gains control, and the whistle blows.
Yeah, so again, because we've talked about the physical play of these two teams, and Roseville loves to be physical, and the Cardinals know that, and they're going to try and match them here. And there you see the penalty on Coon Rapids. So now the Raiders going to go on a power play with the score tied at 2-2. I know Coach Frock told me, he said, we're working on our penalty kill unit as the season progresses.
They call it a cross check, but his stick was in front, so I don't know how you call it a cross check. I might agree with a hold, but I'm not so sure. I thought it was a pretty good pin on the part of Rowan Bresnahan, but the penalty is called. The bench gets an explanation, and the Raiders get an offensive zone faceoff, their first chance with the advantage. Malloy walks it down, plays it back up top for Bartle, walks to the middle, back to Malloy, walking in, a wrist shot deflected up over the net. Heffernan will recover and play it to Bartle, back to Heffernan, walking top of the circle. That shot is blocked, played it out front, and deflected just wide by Malloy. Sent up the boards and out to center ice by Cleansing. And the Raiders will regroup. Heffernan carries in, leaves it off there for Sundin. Drops it for Bartle. Back to Heffernan, back to Bartle up top. Bartle walks to the middle, across. Heffernan lost an edge, gets up. Shot didn't get through. Second chance for Sundin was stopped by Danik in close. A tie up in the corner. Loose puck recovered by Sundin to Heffernan, and he fires it wide, and that's going to go all the way back to the Roseville end.
Cardinals with their penalty kill unit just right this early on limiting what Roseville wants to do. Oh, Danik missed that one. That could have been dangerous.
Tried to sweep it to the corner, did get it behind the net. Another shot attempt that doesn't make it through. And Eli Bowden clears, but it ends up deflecting into the Coon Rapids bench. So faceoff will stay in the Cardinal end. 38 seconds left on the Roseville power play.
Well, not a lot of pressure by Roseville, but not a lot of opportunity on net so far in this power play with 38 seconds remaining.
Tried to get a late change, too late, unfortunately, for the Raiders. Roseville able to win the draw, back to the point. Gale on the midboard, circles away, back up top for Sawyer Cox, back to Gale. Handcuffed him a little bit, he's pressured against the boards, plays it down low. Good battle by Tashida to win the puck. And then fanning on the pass was Hyber, and it goes all the way back to the Roseville end.
Yeah, Hyber realized, kind of put his hands on his helmet. Disappointed in himself for that.
Sawyer Cox will start the rush. Across for Schmidt, into the zone, drops it off. Nobody there. Cardinals kill the penalty off. And here's Barsness back the other way. Barsness trying to get around the corner, tried to center, and that hit his skate. Recovered by Kish off the boards. He centers out front, crashing in his bush from the point. He centers, and Barsness couldn't quite get a stick on it. Schmidt tied himself up behind the net, and Kish comes away with the loose puck for Coon Rapids. Down low, trying to get it to Bush, chopped away by Schmidt. Hyber, a pass that is missed by Hogg and sent back in by Tandon Bush. Raiders get a line change. Coon Rapids stops him up at the blue line. Played across, Harry Koval up the left wing, circles to Clark. Clark circles in the corner, up top for Bresnahan. Bresnahan, a wrist shot that's knocked down in front by Bartle and played to the boards. Held on the side there by Cleansing. Down low for Kamani Poor. Poor tripped up, but no call, and the Raiders coming back the other way. Cray taken off of it by Bresnahan, who plays it behind the net. Cleansing will get there in front of Heffernan and play it ahead. Koval to Clark. Clark trying to dangle, getting held up by Malloy. Played to the line, Pack a shot, glove save by Heupel.
Yeah, his shot kind of rose up a little bit. Heupel able to get it in his glove.
Raiders win the draw, played around to the near side, took kind of a funny bounce, and they're able to break out of the zone. Pack turns it around. Kish now crosses the blue line, able to play through a stick check. He's pinned to the boards by a couple of Raiders players. Poked free, and it'll be Sawyer Cox skating to center. Across, looking for Sundin, knocked away, recovered by Barsness. He avoids a check, but the Raiders recover, regroup, get it out to center, poked right back in by Klinzing. Marr, cross ice for Macklem. Macklem able to get past Pack and deep into the zone. Bumped by Klinzing as he carries behind. Centering pass doesn't click. Keeping in at the line is Marr. Out of the reach of Sundin behind the net. He and Pack are tied up along the boards. Dug free by Toshida. Centering pass, only one there is Kish. Kish gets it to Bowden, escaping the zone. Bowden will dump it in. Coon Rapids completing a line change. Bartle ahead for Hyber. Into the middle, Toshida walking in. His shot, stick saved by Danik. Toshida recovers in the corner, tied up there by Bush. Digging it free is Hyber. He's handled there, or that was Peterson rather, handled by Bresnahan. Bartle up the boards. Hyber deflects it out to center ice. Bresnahan across to Bush. Bush will flip it into the zone as the buzzer sounds. And we will go to the first intermission with this one all tied up at 2 apiece. You're watching CTN live coverage of boys high school hockey.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Did you know? City Code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at the Crick, all tied at 2 after the first period. We're joined now by Cardinal head coach Aaron Frock. And coach, a couple of weird goals for your opponents, but both times your team able to answer.
Yeah, I really think we held pace and we were the better team in that period. I think I'd say goaltending is a little bit shaky there. We let a couple of, we'll just call them soft to start, but we responded really well, and I thought Mark responded really well to, keep it at 2-2 right now.
You got to be happy with your power play, obviously, this season. You got a power play goal there. You're out shooting them 11-6, and as Joe mentioned, the way your team responded after falling back 1-0, then 2-1. You got to love the effort you guys gave in that first period.
These boys really like to compete. Every day at practice, they've been competing really well. The thing is, in most of our games, we've fallen into a 2-0 hole, and I think we're a really good team when we're behind, I guess. It'd be nice to actually hold a lead and get out in front and start to kind of command play and the scoreboard.
What is the message in between periods to try and if at all, get your guys even more amped up and see if they can get on the board the next tally?
I think the biggest thing is we got to keep some shots low. The goalie's kicking it out, getting some fat rebounds for us, and I think if we can attack the net a little bit more, we'll have a couple more of offensive opportunities and hopefully kind of light up that scoreboard.
All right, well, thanks for joining us.
Thank
Good
you.
luck the rest of the way. We'll take another break. Be back with the highlights from period number 1. You're watching CTN's live coverage of boys high school hockey.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center after a period, we're all tied up 2-2 between the Coon Rapids Cardinals and the Roseville Raiders. The Raiders came out and struck quickly, just 19 seconds into the contest. They got the scoring started, but as we talked about with Coach, Cardinals able to respond. They use that power play to their advantage. They get on the board, and then when they scored another kind of weird goal, Cardinals came back just a minute later and evened the score again.
Yeah, they had to feel pretty good about that first period, out shooting obviously Roseville 11-6, and just getting that opportunity to continue to stay in with them. They didn't let that first early goal get to them. They came back and responded, and after that strange goal again responded and really have the momentum in that first period.
Well, and he talked about it. They pretty much outplayed the Raiders through most of this period, and here you see it. They get it in deep. They center, and it's a one-time in Heffernan unmarked. That's right off the opening draw. A nice play by Macklin to get in deep, centers it, and just a one-timer home. But Coon Rapids, their power play has been so good all year. This was before the power play when they almost evened it, and Barsness was denied by a flying defenseman. Watch the stick work of Nathan Clark behind the net, scoops it up, tries the wraparound goal. Kish gets the rebound and puts it home. That evened it up, and then this is just weird. It goes up, off his shoulder, off his helmet, off his shoulder again, and then rolls over the back of the net. But as we talk about, the Cardinals always answering and pressuring in deep. This all sophomore line. Bowden, Kish with the play out front. Bowden the initial shot. Barsness putting it home for his team leading ninth of the season.
Yeah, and again, getting that contributions from some of the younger guys on this roster, and again, just responding. And I think that's the biggest key, because we've seen a number of times where they haven't been able to respond after getting down by a few goals, and so it bodes well. It'll be interesting to see the start of the second period, who starts quickly. It would
be nice to see them be proactive and come out and get that next goal. I think that next goal is big, but as long as they can keep from falling into a 2 or 3 goal hole, they will continue to believe that they have a chance, and they'll continue to fight. And as Coach talked about, they're really competitive in practice and games. They want to win, and it is showed through the first 17 minutes.
It's all about if you believe in yourselves, and it's obviously it can be mental, this game, and you get in each other, you get in your head, but I think the Cardinals responded well, and I think coming out in the second period, I think we'll see them. What we saw in that last game was a little bit of a letdown mentally. I think that we saw. I don't think we'll see that tonight. I think we see a little different.
We hope
team.
not. And
we
again,
hope not.
And again, it depends on if they can keep it close. That was in the third period when they found themselves down by 3 and then 4 goals. And then they were able to spark a late comeback. Hoping they don't need to do that here tonight. It's all in front of them. Still a lot of hockey to be played. Drop the puck on period 2 after this on CTN. Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, second period just underway. Roseville getting the opening face-off win. Bartle a turnover at center ice, but they're able to recollect. Here's Bartle, a short angle, misses behind the net, and this one's going to deflect and almost get out, but held in at the line by Malloy. Sundin plays it down low. Macklem tied up there by Bush, and the net comes off.
Just a little bit.
I wasn't paying attention to how Sundin must have hit it relatively hard.
He had to have.
To get it that far off. Watch Sundin cutting around the back. And
he
just cut. He had his eye on the play, which is good, but underestimated
it's a
the
check.
width.
It was a check of the post.
He underestimated the width of the net. They're always 6 foot wide, by the way. Heffernan's shot deflected up and out of play. Another face-off win for the Raiders. One-timer deflected out front and just trickles wide off the stick of Sundin. That pass didn't clear. The rebound got behind Danik, but a strong play by Bresnahan to keep Sundin from poking it into the, or Macklem rather, from poking it into the empty net. Cardinals trying to break out. Good pressure, forces the turnover. Heffernan trying to get it back to Macklem. Cardinals able to turn him over and get it back to center. Bowden trying to get past a stick check from Peterson. Kish recovers out front. Bowden tried to go back to the short side and couldn't quite poke it in. Cleansing down low to Kish in the corner to Bowden. A shot and the save and hold for Joey Heupel.
Yeah, James Bartle's stick just snapped in half.
It's another look at it. The deflection, Danik wasn't sure where it was. It got behind him, and just strong play from Rowan Bresnahan. And then Bowden in tight. Tried to go between his legs with the stick and poke it into the short side and just couldn't quite get enough of his stick on it. Raiders trying to break out the left wing. Taken away and dumped back in deep by Clark. Pack can't hold the line on the far side. Cleansing chops it back into the Raiders zone. Turning with it, Sawyer Cox plays it across for Isaac Schmidt. Schmidt bounces it off the boards into the Coon Rapids end. Cleansing will play it behind, out of the reach of Pack. Tashita trying to get it to Parker Peterson out front. Peterson gets it back to Schmidt at the point. Right back to Peterson. Tashita fires wide off the backboards. Chopped out by Koval, and Clark with a one-on-one. Lost the handle. Got it right back. Clark, a shot and the save. Stretching for it is Heupel, and he'll cover it up for the faceoff.
Yeah, Heupel had to reach out with his stick to bring it into his body because that puck was bouncing around in the front of the net.
Well, and Clark lost that one, and Schmidt just kind of gave it right back to him, and then I'd like to see Nathan stop after putting the shot on. He might have had a chance at the rebound, but circles away, and Heupel stretches out for it. Malloy, his pass deflected out to center. Bresnahan's pass doesn't get through. Barsnes pokes it into the zone, played right back out. Bush flips it on the backhand. Kish can't control. Played across. Bowden gets the loose puck. Toe drag his shot. The save by Heupel, rebound into the far corner. Kish is tied up. Bowden trying to center. That's taken away. Kept in at the line by Bresnahan. Bartle can't control. Bowden trying to pick a pocket, but the Raiders able to get it into the zone. Dumped in deep by Gale. Sent around by Bush. Kept in at the line. And now sent out. Kish just into the zone, waiting for his support. Turns away from Bartle, tries to center. That's broken up. Barsnes walking in from the blue line. Barsnes' shot, Heupel will hold. And we'll have another face-off in the Raiders zone.
Barsnes does such a nice job of creating space and an opportunity for himself since he's able to control the puck really well with his stick. And then gets himself set up for a nice shot on goal.
Kamani Poor trying to get it out to the point. That didn't get through. Heffernan's pass deflected up in the air, kicked free by Peterson. The Cardinals able to send it back in deep. Schmidt gets away from Clark behind the net, gets it ahead for Peterson. Back to Schmidt, up to the blue line, held there by Zach Novak. Peterson again can't get past Novak. Koval centering, nobody there as the Cardinals had 3 attackers on that right wing board. 2-on-1 developing, but ran right into the referee. Not his job to get out of your way.
No.
It's your job to avoid him. A pass out front. Heffernan another one-timer, but this time Danik able to close the door. Clark trying to go through a guy and did not work.
No, that definitely did not work.
Nathan Clark has great stick skills.
Yep.
But, you know, I've been talking to the kids that have been anywhere near my son's age since they were peewees. Quit trying to go through guys. Go around them. You have the speed to do it. One move, if you try and go through them a third time, and smart defenders are just going to stand in front of you and take your body, which is what happened right there. Bush takes a heavy hit. Cardinals get a 2-on-1. The snapshot from Barsness up and over the net. Held at the line by Bresnahan, gives it back. Barsness walks top of the circles. That shot is blocked by Bartle. Back to the point. Bush shoots. That's blocked by Bartle again. Played to the line. Again held by Bush. Easton pressuring in the far corner. Hyber plays it off the board, out to center and behind everybody. A race for the puck. Tashida gets their first short angle shot, misses well wide. Around and out to center. It gets past Espinoza. Espinoza sticks with it, gets the puck. Not a lot on that shot, relatively easy save and a cover for Heupel. Nick Espinoza, one of the guys that fighting for some more varsity minutes after playing a bigger role last year as a sophomore.
Yep.
Was one of the team's leading scorers with 4 goals. But this sophomore group making it tougher to get that varsity time. Kept in by Cleansing, another shot blocked. That pass doesn't click with Heffernan, and that is going to be icing. And another faceoff coming back, and you see the Raiders changing up their approach, trying stretch passes,
trying to spring a guy,
floating their wingers, and trying to stretch it out and use their speed to take advantage of the Cardinals' aggressive defenders. Off the faceoff, the shot by Clark deflected up and out of play.
Well, you know, we talked about at the beginning, they're averaging 5 goals a game, and they're trying to find ways to continue to put their offense together. That's 2-2, obviously, but looking to see what they can do about springing, you know, especially Heffernan.
This one just flipped up and out of the zone. Heffernan able to get there first, trying to walk out front, prevented by Pack. Pass out front was intercepted by Koval. Clark leaves it for Kamani Poor. Kamani Poor drops it off. Clark walking in, a shot to goal!
Oh, what a pretty goal by Clark. He found that far side of the net. Heupel didn't get over in time. And as you talked about, Joe, the Cardinals able to get that lead here in the second period. Now it's 3-2, out shooting the Raiders by a margin of 18-9. That was a nice goal by
Great
Clark.
pass from Kamani
Look at the far
Poor.
side. I mean, he's able to find that far side.
Yep, just off his angle a little bit, and Clark makes him pay just inside the far post. Clark also one of the team leaders in goals last year and leads this year one of the team leaders in points this year as well. I think he's second on the team in both goals and points coming into tonight's contest. They got the assists completely wrong. I mean, the assists if you want to talk about the guys who touched it like 4 touches ago, I mean, it was Clark to pour back to Clark.
Right.
And I gave Koval a secondary assist for getting it to Clark to get into the zone. That pass didn't quite get through to Bresnahan. He's pressured by Sundin, pokes it behind the net. Bush ties up there. Sundin comes away with the puck, leaves it in the corner, swept out to the corner, to the point by Gale. Schmidt's shot deflected up over the net. Barsness will swing it around, kept in again. Played out of the zone by Bowden. Recollected, Gale back to the point, and that pass doesn't click. That'll be icing and a face-off back in the Roseville end.
Roseville just looks a little off in this period. They don't look like they're all on the same page, and you know, the Cardinals are applying a lot of pressure.
Turnaround shot by Clark into the far corner. Clearing attempt broken up. Poor puts it back in deep. Malloy ties up with Koval there. Digging for it is Macklem. Heffernan able to get it. Play it around to the near side. Peterson staying away from the pressure by Clark. Passes it out front. And nearly able to get Macklem behind the defense. And this one cleared. Icing waved off. I'm not quite sure why. Malloy plays it behind. Bartle's pass was broken up. Poor sends it back in deep. Koval trying to center. Intercepted by Heffernan, and they've got a 3-on-2. Walking in, Macklem, a stick save by Danik. Heffernan trying to get it back down to Macklem. Poke free by Novak. Heffernan recollects down low. A save and a cover by Mark Danik.
Danik playing the angle, able to make sure he covered up the puck. You can see it again with Heffernan trying to gain some area up close.
Penalty coming against Roseville. Coon Rapids going to go back on the power play.
Well, I'll tell you,
Up 3-2.
Yeah, as successful as their power play has been.
Clock's still running.
Yeah. Oops. No, they finally
got it.
They finally stopped it. They should add a little
Lost
time.
about 7 seconds,
Yeah.
but
the way that the power play has been performed this year so far for Coon Rapids, boy, I'll tell you, if they can make another one count and get up 4-2, that would be huge.
take a look, and there you see the stick come up high for Egan Hyber. Tied up in the corner. Coon Rapids trying to kick it free. Koval comes in to support. Bowden will soccer it to him down below the goal line. His pass broken up by Bartle. And now cleared the length of the ice. Danik collects. Pressure coming from Sundin. Plays it off the boards. Bresnahan turns away from Sundin's pressure. And now will play it off the boards for Barsness. Barsness at center ice. Let it get away from him, but taps it ahead to himself. Centering out front. A chance, a rebound. And another save for Heupel. Out front, Bowden a shot, and that's blocked.
Well, a lot of pressure by the Cardinals here on this power play.
Barsness circling. Out front, Bowden can't get it through the traffic. Cleared to the line. Barsness to Clark or to Koval, a turnaround shot. That hit traffic, and Bartle can't get it out of the zone. And not quite held. Good effort by Harry Koval to keep it in, but just able to force it out was Colin Sundin. Another look at the chance. Not a lot on that first shot,
nope.
But then Koval was right there, and Heupel making another save point blank on the rebound chance. And I give the Raiders a lot of credit. They are blocking a lot of shots.
Yes, they are.
I mean, Coon Rapids out shooting them right now 21-12, and I'll bet you they have close to 10 blocked shots. Cleansing to Pack. Pack will get to the red line and dump it in. Cardinals give chase. Swept around by Cox and back out of the zone, and 20 seconds remain on the Coon Rapids power play. Clark from behind his own net. Right into Macklem, turns and shoots wide. Off the end boards, saved by Danik. Clark saucers one to center ice. That was blocked up, recollected by Kish. Into the zone, the penalty is over, so a good kill this time for the Roseville Raiders. Fire it off the board to the other end. Icing's going to get waved off.
Oh, are you kidding?
Roseville not happy.
I don't blame them.
They should be unhappy because Figgins got there before it got to the icing line. That's the entire Roseville fan section jumped to its feet. And this was running out of steam too, but he clearly got the stick on it before the goal line. Raiders again bounce it off the boards and out of the zone. Bush sends it back in. And that should tell you something. Coon Rapids going to get a penalty. Yeah. Nick Espinoza going to be called for a slash. Oh, they're going to call it a hook, but pretty much any time you separate the stick from the player, they're going to give you a penalty.
So an opportunity for the Raiders to see if they can even up the score in their power play opportunity. The Cardinals with a 3-2 lead, 5:46 remaining in the second period.
So Clark actually was leading the team in points coming into tonight's game. I thought that Barsness had surpassed him, but up top, Bartle, a shot that hits some traffic and ends up in the corner. Heffernan back up top. Bartle to Heffernan, walking in, trying to look back door. That's broken up by Koval. Played into the corner. Bush there battling a couple of Raiders. They're doing a good job of holding them at bay. The Raiders were both working on him with their stick, and he was able to keep him off the puck for a handful of seconds. Walking in, that shot didn't get through. That shot does. Heffernan picks up his second of the game. I'm not sure how that got through the traffic and through the goalie, but we're tied at 3 apiece.
Yeah, he was falling down when he took that shot. We'll take another look at it and see as he's just firing, just turning around and firing the puck. I don't know if Danik was screened at all, but nonetheless, no, that just went right through the 5-hole. His 10th goal, let's see, his ninth goal. Yep.
Second of the game, ninth of the season.
Yep.
Cardinals right back on the attack. Barsness, a shot deflected and nearly poked in from behind by Bowden. Kish takes a heavy hit against the far boards. Peterson sweeps it out to center. Sundin pokes it in on net, and Danik will cover it up.
Yeah, Danik covers that puck up, and going to see it again. Almost a great opportunity there.
Bowden trying to play it off Heupel, who was out high in the crease. See if he could bounce it off the back of the netminder. Cleansing, turning away from pressure, tying up in the corner. Barsness digs it free ahead to Bowden. Back for Barsness. Tried to kick it to his stick. Turned over, and Macklem back in. Knocked off his stick. Pack collects, sends it high out of the zone and into the Roseville bench.
That's a very entertaining hockey game, Joe Yend. And, we didn't know how the Cardinals would react coming in against the Roseville team that's 5-1, and they've definitely played right with them.
So Heffernan now 7 goals in his last 3 games. Cardinals win the draw, bounce it off the boards and out of the zone. And the Raiders quickly switching up lines as soon as the puck was dropped. Back in on the attack is Figgins. He's tied up by Poor along the boards. Then able to win the puck back. Out front, a chance and a save by Danik. Poor. That will be icing.
As it will. Again, just a nice job of walking in and Danik getting a piece of it.
Face off to the right of Danik. Barsness wins the draw. Flipped out to center by the Cardinals. Bartle at his blue line, bumped off it. And it was sent in. I don't know if they say Kish touched it.
I think he must have.
When he was in the zone, but another face-off win, played across. Bresnahan will skate in on the left side, trying to center for Barsness. Bartle broke that up. Barsness collects behind the net. Again, tried to center, and Bartle got in the way. Centering chance. Bowden couldn't get a lot on it. Ended up in the corner. Bartle pressured by Kish behind the net. Poked free by Eli Bowden. Raiders trying to break out up the wing, and they spring Cray, a backhand, and a glove save by Danik.
Yeah, not a lot on that backhand shot, but Danik able to get it in his glove. You see the face-off. It will come to his right.
Coon Rapids wins the draw. Bresnahan flips it off the boards. Bowden ahead for Kish into the zone. Kish can't get around Cox. Cox plays it off the boards. Glove down by Barsness. Kish trying to get it back to him, but he's all tied up there by Cox. Cox then ahead for Sundin. Tips it out to center. Turned around by Bush. Poked into the zone by Koval, but played right back out by Heffernan. Had it knocked off his stick. Poked free by Koval. Here's Clark. Clark walks in and scores!
Oh,
Clark picking up his second of the game!
Just again, a turnover by the Raiders, and the Cardinals make them pay. That's a pretty goal by Clark. He's had a couple of nice ones here this evening.
Well, and again, he's got a good eye. He's got good stick skills, and if you let him walk in like that, he will see where the weakness is in that goaltender, and he waits, and then puts it past Heupel. His second of the game, second of the period. And now Coon Rapids back in front, 4-3.
And again, great answer for the Cardinals after getting tied at 3, coming back with 2:30 left, getting that go-ahead goal.
Poor called out at the center, so Clark took the draw. Raiders able to win it. Hazelwood centering, but no one there. Right back in come the Raiders. Macklem was tied up as he looked to shoot from the top of the circles. Hyber can't force it through in the corner. Played back in deep. Hyber first one there, tied up by Novak. Novak loses his stick, but able to secure the player. Comes right back to him. Hyber pinned to the boards by Novak again. Behind is Tashida. He's knocked off it. Poor will play it back behind. Novak, first one there, sweeps it up the board for Clark. Clark will skate to the line, into the zone, gets through, and then couldn't get the shot off. And he's on top of it along the end boards. Digging for it is Hazelwood. Raiders able to get it to center and fire it in deep. Swept behind. Barsness collects, knocked off his stick. Novak ties up along the end boards with Gale. Comes free for Macklem. And Coon Rapids able to force it out to center. Played right back in. Clark back out to center. Intercepted by Schmidt. He'll dump it in deep. Clark behind his own net. Pressured there by Figgins. Will send it back out to center. Schmidt will wait. Pitchfork it in. Stopped up in front of the net. Novak. Long pass. Doesn't click. That's icing. And a faceoff back into Coon Rapids end. 35 seconds remaining in period number 2.
Yeah, Cardinal is trying to spring a player and see if they can get an opportunity to increase this lead.
Well, and we saw that, in the early part of this period, the Raiders really trying to stretch out the Cardinals and keep their defense from holding the blue line. And now we see Coon Rapids kind of answering with a similar style, looking for that stretch pass, use their speed. That pass broken up by Bartle. Kish will still get there in front of Malloy. Raiders bring it up the near boards. Peterson into the zone. Bresnahan bumps him off of it. And Bresnahan did not have the puck, so Heffernan really should have been called for interference right there, but it's not a terrible non-call. Bowden trying to get past Bartle, but can't. And that is Barsness forcing a turnover, and the buzzer will sound, and Coon Rapids will go to the locker room with a 1-goal lead. A pair of goals in the period for Nathan Clark. Nearly had a third and felt he was tripped up after beating the defender clean to the net. Why he talked to the official afterward. But he put the Cardinals in front 2 times in that period. Second time holds until the intermission. 4-3 after 2. You're watching live coverage of boys high school hockey on CTN.
Watching your favorite Cardinal sports live is getting even easier. Whether it's CTN Cable Channel 859, the CTN Facebook and YouTube pages, or now live on our Twitter page. You choose how you want to watch Cardinal Nation. With CTN, you'll be able to catch all the big plays, all the emotion, and all the fun of Coon Rapids sports. CTN Coon Rapids, stay connected.
Back at the Crick after 2, it's Coon Rapids 4 and Roseville 3. And we had talked about it, Howie, during the first intermission, and the game was tied, how big the next goal was. Coon Rapids has had to fight from behind almost every game all season long. Nice to see them get the lead not once but twice in that period.
Yeah, and they have to feel pretty good about having that 4-3 lead going into the third period. And again, I'm sure Coach Rock will tell about continue to hustle, continue to play with the same intensity that you've played with in periods 1 and 2. And there's a great opportunity they can come away with a win.
And not to jinx it at all, but they did have a 3-2 lead going into the third period in Game 1 against Spring Lake Park last Friday, and a real close chance getting a rebound behind Mark Danik, but Nate Clark was just all over the place in that second period, and he ends up tallying 2. Great drop pass from Kamani Poor, puts the shot just inside the far post, but the Raiders able to get back on a power play. It's another great chance for the Cardinals, just pressuring. That's that sophomore line. The Koval was out there with them. Bowden firing a rebound, and this is just a weird deflection, and Heffernan, a spinning shot, found the 5-hole, his second tally of the game, and then a turnover at center ice. Clark walks in and scores, and then he had another chance, and he really made a great move to beat the defender, stick with one move. Yep. He stuck with one move. We saw it earlier where he did 2-3 moves and ended up getting held up by the defender. That toward the end of the period, he made one nice move, got himself around, slipped around the defenseman, but then got tripped up, wasn't able to get much of a shot on goal. And he talked to the referee about it after that shift, and also at the end of the period, just asking, how is that not a penalty? I was clearly tripped behind the defense, but We talked about this during the girls' game last Tuesday. As much as you want to talk to the official, never really going to help you.
It won't help you, but maybe they'll look for something, in the future down the road here and later in the period. You just don't know. But you're right. You're never going to change their minds.
As long as you're respectful.
Absolutely.
But right now, Coon Rapids has the lead. Like I said, I don't want to be a jinx. They had a 3-2 lead in game 1 against Spring Lake Park going into the third period. Spring Lake Park came back and tied. They went ahead again at 4-3, and then Spring Lake Park able to score the last 2 goals of the game and come away with a 5-4 win in that one. Cardinals need to bring that same intensity, maybe even turn it up one more notch if they can find it, turn it up to 11 and go for broke in the third period.
Well, if they can come out here and score first in this third period, it puts a lot of pressure on Roseville. And Roseville, you talked about the fact they changed a little more stretch passing in that second period, trying to do something to create some offense. So it'll be interesting this third period how it unfolds.
Yeah, Coon Rapids doing a really nice job of keeping them boxed in their zone. They started playing their wingers high and trying to stretch them out. Cardinals responded by doing the same thing to try and use their speed. And we saw Roseville go back to a more standard breakout and trying to carry it out. And Coon Rapids, again, commits their defenses and holds that wall pretty well. Still, 17 minutes, a lot can happen.
A lot can happen. It'll be a really interesting third period here tonight.
And we will drop the puck on it right after this on CTN. Nathan Clark, a pair of goals in period number 2, and a couple of other really great opportunities in that period as well. And his team leading 4-3 as we start the third.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the pace of this third period. We talked about Roseville being a physical team. We'll see if they continue to try and be physical, but trailing by a goal.
Bartle fires it in deep. Bresnahan's pass broken up. Able to steal it back, and then Peterson gets it away from him. Now Tandon Bush skating ahead, gets to the red line, dumps it in. Cross ice, kick, pushes a man off it, kicks it to himself behind the net, centers, turnaround backhand by Bush, a rebound! And that didn't get through the feet of Hunter Heffernan. So Coon Rapids bringing some early pressure. Some still wet spots.
Yep.
A little sticky out there to start period number 3. Bush holding Figgins off along the end line. Figgins trying to drop it to himself in front. Picked up well by Klinzing. Kept in at the line by Sawyer Cox. Long pass. Kish behind the defense. In on a breakaway. The save and the cover by Heupel.
And he put that puck right into the midsection of Heupel.
Another look at the little turnaround backhand by Bush, and then a second chance, and I don't know if he just fanned on it or if Heffernan able to stop it, but a great stretch pass there, put Kish in behind him, and Kish maybe running out of steam a little bit. Didn't put a lot on the shot,
nope.
And Heupel able to make the save. Face off to the left of Joey Heupel. Poor able to win the draw. Clark was looking for Klinzing crashing down, but a 2-on-1 back the other way. Fired wide by Heiber. Kept in at the line by Schmidt. Heiber in the corner, pinned to the boards by Klinzing. Heiber staying with it. Klinzing staying on top of him. Tries to changed direction, then held up by Poor. Swept up the boards, knocked down. Poked free, and Poor will just fire at the length of the ice. That'll be icing, and a face-off back in the Coon Rapids end.
Just clear some pressure down in your end, get a line change, reset things, and get the face-off down in the Cardinal, as you mentioned, the Cardinal end.
Raiders win the draw. Shot tipped out front, saved by Danik. The rebound kicked back out front, but good job by Bresnahan to tie up Parker Peterson. Bresnahan ahead to Bowden. Bowden into the zone, back to Bresnahan, back to Bowden. Centers and just out of the reach of Kitch, comes back out to center and into the Coon Rapids end. Barsness to Bresnahan, tried to feed it to Bowden, but turned around and now sent in deep by Tommy Malloy. Danik will swing it up the boards. Bresnahan takes a look, cross ice for Barsness, avoids a check, stays with it, knocks it into the zone to himself. Cuts out front, his shot Heupel to save, and he covers up.
Just getting an opportunity is Bresnahan to get himself in front of the net. And get something in on net.
He's got really good stick skills.
He
And
does.
It's like he's got it on a string.
Yep.
Just stays with it, settles it down. Poor with a steal, set up Clark, and he didn't quite get a good wood on it. And this is going to be a penalty as Koval is taken into the boards. Shot ends up in the corner. Tie up there, and there's the whistle. And Coon Rapids back on the power play. Just about 3 minutes into this third period.
Yeah, already successful on one power play opportunity, looking to get see what they can do.
We'll see what they call. I mean, they could very easily call more than a minor.
Right.
I don't think they will.
It doesn't seem like it.
Elliott Marr going to the box. I think they're going to call this a boarding. Just 2 minutes up on the board. Last Cardinal power play was not very productive. Barsness flips it down low out of the reach of Koval. Bartle will get there first. Bartle fires it the length of the ice. Parker Peterson pressuring on Bush. Bush spins away from it, collects, and now gets things set up. Barsness will cut across. Peterson lost his stick. Barsness into the zone. Lost the handle. Back to Koval, up top to Bush. Across for Bresnahan. Bresnahan to the center. Wrist shot deflected up and over by Koval. Koval will pin Bartle to the board. Bartle just trying to hold the puck and kill some time. Bowden trying to kick it free. Finally comes loose. Out to the point. Bresnahan is shot off the mask. Rebound and a goal!
How big is that, Joe? How big a goal is that? Now you've got a 2-goal cushion. And again, the power play comes through for the Cardinals, able to get another goal. Yeah, that's huge. It's 5-3. Still plenty of time left, obviously, but that's a huge goal for Coon Rapids.
Look at Bush coming in, and he played that off the back of Heupel.
Doesn't matter how it goes in.
And again, we see the power play 2 for 3 in the game. And the gallery of alum behind the net applauding. Here's Clark right off the draw, trying to work his way out front, held up by Leo Wachtler.
He had a lot of great jerseys around him as well.
Wagenman back to the other end. Pins Cleansing to the board. Out to the point. This shot well wide for Wachtler. Recovered by Novak in the far corner. He's tied up. And this is a fourth line for Roseville. Very fresh legs out there and eager to make something happen, try and get themselves some more PT in future games. Schmidt keeping it in at the line. Pass out front was broken up. Koval trying to get it across for Clark. That was broken up. Chopped ahead by Cleansing. Back the other way by Wachter. Cleansing avoids the pressure from Peterson. Puck comes right back to him. Klinzing trying to get it to Koval, broken up by Heffernan. Heffernan stops up in the corner, walks to the dot. His shot blocked by Poor, and Kamani Poor is feeling it. Heffernan behind the net. You can see Poor limping, trying to tie up. Still feeling the sting, not putting any pressure on that right leg. Puck swept down ice by Clark, but right on goal. Heupel quickly up ice for Heffernan as the Cardinals get a line change. Heffernan into the zone. Wrist shot, stick saved by Danik. Heffernan picks the pocket of Bowden, plays it down low. Wraparound saved by Danik. Played up the boards, but held in there by Malloy. Cardinals finally force it to center ice, turned around by Bartle. Circling with it, Figgins, who plays it in. It comes in on Danik, and he'll cover it up as the pressure was coming from Tashida.
Girls hockey team playing one of the best teams in the state, Minnetonka, tonight, and they're down 4-1 after 2. Terabeza with the goal for the Bluebirds.
Indirect pass didn't quite click, but the Cardinals end up with numbers at center. Barsness trying to get around the corner, now circles back out to the point. Bush's shot, that's blocked out front. Back the other way comes Sawyer Cox into the zone. He's slowed up by Rowan Bresnahan as he gets it to the corner. Kish pinned to the boards there by Tashida. Bush able to come away with it, knocked off his stick by Cox. Barsness flips it up the boards, waiting for it at the line is Cox. His shot blocked, he gets it right back, walks in. That shot blocked out front. Another chance gets through, and Danik able to make the save and hold for the faceoff.
Again, just staying with that puck, realizing where it is and keeping it in front of them. 10:09 remaining in this third period. Coon Rapids with 5-3 lead, out shooting the Raiders 29-24.
I don't know that he ever really had that from.
I thought he did,
but Cardinals will take that quick whistle.
Yes, absolutely. That puck was.
But a tough task for the netminder. You love to see defenders blocking. There's a save, rebound swept away by the Raiders, who are bringing some good pressure now, trailing by 2. But it's a tough gig. You want your defenseman to block shots, but it makes it hard to know where that puck is going. Centering pass didn't quite click as Heiber fanned on it all the way back into the Roseville end. Cleared back out of the zone by Schmidt. Coon Rapids trying to regain it. Poked free by Klinzing. Played back in the zone. Pack to Klinzing. Klinzing looks cross ice, gets it to Koval, and that's offside. As Parker Peterson got the steal and tried to walk in.
Well, as this clock continues to wind down, it puts more and more pressure on Roseville here, now trailing by 2.
Barsness wins the draw. Bush across to Bresnahan, ahead to Kish. His pass intercepted by Malloy. Back the other way comes Macklem. Shot, save, hold for Mark Danik.
You know, Danik's not taking any chances and bring that puck in, force that face-off. Don't let anything get away from you.
Barsness wins the draw again. The clear attempt didn't go. Bresnahan to the line. Heffernan is shot. A deflection is saved by Danik. The centering pass out of the reach of Macklem. Flipped off the boards by Bowden. Back out to center. Bartle to Malloy, and Bowden taken down hard in the corner, and he is hurt, and we're going to get a penalty. And I didn't see it. It was behind the play. Macklem skating to the box, and they're going to talk about this.
I don't know if we have a good replay of it. But yeah, he went down hard. And you could see him, he was in some pain.
Looks like they're going to call it boarding, so it's going to be 2 minutes again.
Well, and again, the power play for the Cardinals have been very successful here tonight, 2 of 3. And now, boy, I'll tell you, if they can get another goal here, oh boy, how big would that be, Joe?
It would be not necessarily a backbreaker, but it'd be pretty close.
Yeah.
You know, the old axiom is 2 is the worst lead in hockey.
Yeah.
As a goalie parent, I'd always enjoy a 2-goal lead over a 1-goal lead.
Correct.
But 3 goals is a much more comfortable lead. Bartle into the zone shorthanded, getting around the corner, trying to go short. Bresnahan playing it back out to center. Clark able to tie up Malloy and allow the puck into the zone. Espinoza in there to pressure in the corner. Clark trying to dig it free. Heffernan in there as well. Malloy just trying to pin it to the boards and burn up as much time as possible down low. Clark plays it out front, a backhand off the mask. Rebounded a goal! He's got a hat trick! And the Cardinals are 3 for 4 on the power play. Or did Espinoza poke that hole?
I thought Espinoza did.
It looks like they're celebrating with Espinoza. So Espinoza gets a rare shift on the power play, and he makes it count.
Well, you talked about it earlier, Joe, with Espinoza trying to get some playing time, you know, with all these youngsters performing so well. And boy, it's just a great contribution here. He's able to get the goal and put the Cardinals up by 3.
Espinoza.
Yeah, he just hacked away at it and got it to the back of the net.
Well, and that's one of the things I like about his game is he likes to go to the net. He's a bigger body.
Yep.
And this one played in on Danik. He'll cover it up. Oh, and they did call it a major.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's huge.
Because originally they only had 2 minutes up on the
that's what
board.
I saw that.
Now it's an all-you-can-eat.
Yeah. Boy, is that big.
The only unfortunate part of a major power play is you can never be perfect on a major power play.
But they'll
unless
take
you
it.
score in the final second. But yeah, that third goal is huge. And now they've got even more time, and they get to open up the bench a little bit more as Nolan Hazelwood dumps it in deep. Colin Easton pressuring on the far side, played all the way down. Danik plays it off the board. It didn't get away from Hyber, however, and he's pinned to the boards by Bush. And back the other way comes Bresnahan. Bresnahan chips it off the board and gives chase. Hyber will swing it around. Poor back in his own zone, staying away from the stick check of Sundin. Plays it in deep. Hazelwood pokes it to himself, looking for some help out to the line. Cleansing his shot. That's blocked. He gets it right back. Across, blast by Clark, turned away by Heupel. Played out to Heffernan at center. He's taken off the puck by Stahlberger. Sundin into the zone. Pinned to the boards by Cleansing. Barsness behind the net. Heffernan pressuring. Grabbing with his loose hand, but can't stop the Cardinal sophomore. Barsness into the zone. Circling away from the defense. Plays it across. Pack walking in. His shot is blocked into the corner. Swept out to center where Heffernan waits. Heffernan one-on-one against Cleansing. His shot blocked by Cleansing into the corner.
Well, Cleansing did a nice job of staying with him.
Pack will get it ahead, and Stahlberger hit hard by Tashida. Cleansing gets it to Barsness. He's stood up by Bartle. Cardinals regroup in their own zone. Pack to Barsness. Barsness getting around the defense. A shot off the post. Tashida fires it all the way down.
And again, just a great job using his hands to create some space. And as you mentioned, hitting the post.
Bresnahan got it to Hazelwood, knocked off his stick, but he's able to regain control. Ritzonia's pass was in the skates, but the Cardinals able to get it ahead. Clark working down the left wing. Plays it back for Kamani Poor. Poor across Bresnahan, a one-timer. The save by Heupel. Played back out to center. Bresnahan back to Ritzenaya. Cardinals able to get it into the zone and stay onside. Bresnahan can't get it through Bartle. This one played behind the defense where Cray was lurking. Able to stay away from Ritzenaya. Centers out front, a shot that didn't make it through. Knocked down by the stick of Kamani Poor.
Yeah, Kamani in a great position just to get his stick in that range.
Tie up, and we've got Hazelwood getting thrown to the ice by Figgins as they were all tied up. Poor back the other way, attacking 1-on-3. Down to 40 seconds left on this major power play. Kish battling behind the net as the Cardinals get a line change.
Boy, Kish is just battling.
Battling through a hook by Malloy, but it's got to be pretty egregious for a referee to call a second penalty when you already have a major on the board and you're up by 3. Cleansing cross ice, too far in front of Barsness, but not enough on it for icing. Bartle will play at the length, and that'll do it for the Cardinals' long power play. And Coon Rapids now going to get called. Oh, no, they're just calling icing.
She must have. I thought the puck was in their end before the penalty expired.
He had definitely fired it before the guy stepped out of the box, but icing called. Face-off in the Roseville end. 4:02 to go in the contest. Coon Rapids with a 6-3 lead. Passes off the stick of Ian Macklem into the zone. Gets it down low. Sundin out front and a post for Heffernan looking for the hat trick. Knocked off the stick of Clark, collected by Cleansing. Drop for Clark. Clark knocked off it by Macklem, and the Raiders have numbers. 3-on-1 at the line. Heffernan the shot. Glove saved by Danik. And the face-off at the Coon Rapids end.
Now he put that wrister on net, and Mark Danik able to snag it. Watch this one go. It's going to ring the post. There's the one just to snap that shot off, but Danik able to grab it.
Barsness able to win the draw. Bush plays it back behind for Bresnahan. Bresnahan, long pass, intercepted, kept in by Cray. Sent around far side, Figgins sends it back in deep. Cray pressured there by Bresnahan. Tashida digs it free. Tashida out front. And Bush had Figgins tied up, unable to get a shot off. Dandon Bush to center. Gets to the red line, dumps it in. Heupel will leave it behind the net. Long pass deflected into the zone by Wagenman. He ties up with Bush in the corner.
How'd the net come off?
Way off.
The posts are off. I don't understand that. Let's see if I don't know if we can see it. Oh, he just pushed it off.
And I don't know what if he had. I mean, that was clearly intentional.
Yeah, can you do that, Joe? I didn't think you could do that.
It depends. If one of his straps is off on his mask, for instance, yes.
Okay.
If the net was already off, not in the right place, yes.
Yeah, so he just.
Yeah,
you can
it's
see that
already
angle.
off.
Yeah.
So
that was smart.
He's just showing it to the officials, like, hey, and it's not taking away a scoring opportunity. Roseville fans screaming for a delay of game, and typically they're only going to call a delay of game if they have previously warned the goaltender.
Right.
But yes, I mean, if the goaltender has tried to signal the referee that the net is off, or even tried to put it back on themselves and they can't, absolutely. And,
Yep.
That's why you're not seeing a penalty. A goaltender's not going to do that just because they feel like they want a drink of water.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But if say they have an equipment problem, one of their straps
Right.
is off, especially on the helmet.
Well, yeah, and that's a safety issue. So obviously, yeah.
They certainly have the right to do that.
Yeah.
And the puck was tied up along the boards. There was no scoring opportunity taken away or anything. It just means they're going to face it off. And if you're a goaltender and you have a lead late in the third period, you want that clock to tick off as quickly as possible.
Absolutely.
So and Mark's looking for his first ever varsity win.
Which would be wonderful.
So
Love to see it.
he's
a good.
trust me, he doesn't want that clock to
No,
stop.
no.
He had a reason for it.
And then Roseville calling that timeout to talk about things here, trailing by 3 with 2:32
It'd
remaining.
be interesting to see. To be honest, I'm a little surprised to see Heupel returning to the net with an offensive zone faceoff.
There he goes.
2:30 to go, and he is
Yeah.
now going back to the bench. Yeah, out of that timeout, you talk about playing 6-on-5, get that extra man out there, and now winning the draw is definitely crucial.
Huge.
Parker Peterson at the dot for the Raiders. Kamani Poor able to win it for the Cardinals and played the length of the ice by cleansing, and Coon Rapids will take the icing.
Oh, yeah.
They'd like some more time to come off the clock, but when you have a 3-goal lead, take the chance at the empty net.
Right.
I'd like to see that puck a little bit closer to the 6 feet that is the net mouth. Clark will take a look. He'll take the shot, and he'll miss well wide as well, but
And as you mentioned, it does not take a lot of time off the clock.
they'd like to see more time come
Right.
off the clock. And, it all depends on the situation. But, again, if you're going to take the shot, let's get it a little bit closer. Because Clark just missed by 20 feet. Shot from the point, stopped up by Danik, rung around the boards and back out to center. Koval racing to it, plays it out front, and there's Clark's hat trick. Takes a bow in front of the Coon Rapids Cardinal alumni along the end boards. Empty netter, but it still tastes just as sweet.
Absolutely. I mean, you're up 7-3 with just a little over 2 minutes, and you've got your third win of the season. I mean, that's a chance you take. You have to pull the goalie, and Clark all alone in front of the net as you see him take a bow to the alumni sitting behind the glass or standing behind the glass.
Yeah, great game for Nathan. He's got a hat trick. He's got an assist. And we talked about it. He had another couple of really great opportunities in that second period that he wasn't able to capitalize on. So he's had a nice game all the way around. Nice step up by Ritzenaya just inside the blue line. But, if the power play goal by Espinoza didn't seal the deal, the empty netter certainly did. And good step up there by Zach Novak as well. I love to see defensemen stepping up at the blue line, at the defensive blue line. I like to see him step up at both blue lines, but certainly defensive blue line. And that's something that we haven't seen a lot of in the last number of years. Novak with a little bit of time, plays it off the boards, skips away from Wachtler, and he's taken down by Kish, and Kish is going to spend the remainder of the game in the sin bin unless the Raiders are able to capitalize.
Well, inconsequential at this point. You got the penalty. You're going to play a skater short, but you have a 4-goal lead. There you see the penalty there.
And give the Raiders a lot of credit. They've outshot Coon Rapids in this third period.
Yep.
But
Well,
Coon Rapids able to score 3 times, twice on the power play.
Yeah, their power play has been so successful.
Shot through traffic, gloved by Danik.
We're under a minute.
Back across from Malloy. Shot from Bartle. Hit traffic. Bartle able to keep it in at the line. Hefferman's shot. Stick breaks. And that's frustration right there as he slowly makes his way back to the bench. Good pressure in deep from Matt Stahlberger, making it difficult for the Raiders to break out. Good step up by Klinzing as well. Played into the Coon Rapids zone. Bresnahan just plays it back out to neutral. Shot blocked by Bresnahan. Figgins takes it behind the net, down to the final 5 seconds in this contest. Coon Rapids going to improve to 3-5 on the season.
Well, and this is a big win for him, Joe. I mean, Roseville came in at 5-1, and the Cardinals took it to him. And what a great win for Coon Rapids. Just love to see it, and it's a boost for the program.
100%. Nathan Clark.
Star of the game.
Star of the game, to be certain. We talked about him as our ISO player on Saturday against Spring Lake Park.
We should have flipped it.
And
we known.
And Barsness had a strong game, and then we talk about Barsness, and Clark has a strong game. Clark did have a goal against Spring Lake Park on Saturday as well, but 3 goals and an assist here,
pretty impressive,
including the game winner. And the Cardinals 4 unanswered after Roseville had been able to tie the game in that third period.
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We'll be back to wrap things up from the Crick. After this, you're watching live boys high school hockey on CTN.
Did you know? City code prohibits outdoor storage of things like building materials, auto parts, household items, scrap metal, garbage, and more. Thank you for helping our city look its best. For more information on this and other city codes, log on to coonrapidsmn.gov.
Back at the Coon Rapids Ice Center, the Cardinals a dominant style victory, 7-3 over the previously 5-1 Roseville Raiders. Star of the game, without question, Nathan Clark. And Nate, first of all, how's it feel to get a big win like this?
It feels great. You know, we came into it having a lot of confidence off a couple great games that we should have won, but we didn't. And we came into here just knowing that no matter what we do, it's going to be a good outcome.
Well, Nathan, congratulations on a win and a really nice game by you. I'm curious into what Coach Frock said to you between the second and third period. You had that lead going in, and you know it's important for you guys to keep it, and you certainly did that and then some.
You know, he came in, he told us we're playing good. Things are going our way. We're going to get a few bounces here. We're going to come out. We just got to get the first one because the first one was the most important.
Well, you know, just 2-5 coming into tonight's contest, but the power play has really clicked all season long, right at about a 30% clip. What has been the secret to success for your power play this season?
The secret to success for our power play, I think, has been off the rush. We're really good at breaking it out and then making people miss and then creating odd man chances.
Well, congratulations on the big win tonight, and good luck the rest of the way. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights from tonight's game. Nathan Clark, as we talked about, with a 3-goal night. That was actually his second goal. And then the third one comes into an empty net easily and taking a bow and getting a tip of the cap from the Cardinal alum. And but he also set up goal number 5 on the power play, which was scored by Nick Espinoza on the power play. Espinoza, who's minutes have been somewhat limited through the first part of this season. Gets out on a power play, and he makes it happen. And, it's always great to get a lead and get some of those deeper bench players some minutes. A lot of guys on that bench that are really fighting for more playing time, and we'll see what happens with it the rest of the way. See if the Cardinals can get another line that they can feel a little more confident in, and they can roll 3 and maybe even 4 lines coming down the stretch. That can be a huge advantage for a team.
Yeah, we talked about it. You have a home and home with Spring Lake Park, and I know the Cardinals were at least hoping to split that series. So the loss on Saturday, a little bit down maybe, but they came back here against Roseville, pretty good team, and really a lot of spark in their step, and they get the win. So I think it'll be interesting to see what this program does the rest of the season and how important this win is for them.
Well, and they've got another non-conference game on Thursday. They travel to take on a pretty good East Ridge Lightning team, but another team that has a little bit better record, but a team that I think this Cardinal team can compete very well against. We are off until next week. We're going to get some holiday tournament action on Tuesday afternoon. We will have girls basketball on our web stream, girls basketball against Maranatha. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to have girls hockey at the Composure Classic, also on web stream games. Wednesday is against Elk River, and then on Thursday will be determined, obviously, by win or lose, how the brackets play out. But a huge win for the Cardinals here tonight. They improved to 3-5 on the year with a 7-3 win over the Roseville Raiders. For the entire crew, I want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young. Say good night.